How many people would like to have a business where people don't reject you, you reject them instead? Because the way that I was approached, I was so impressed by, because he wasn't following up with me. He had such a great aura of posture to him, all right, that I was chasing him trying to get an interview. I was like begging. You know, I was hoping I wouldn't get rejected and turned down. He had a very corporate professional approach. And to this day, this is just my opinion, but that's the approach I like. So that's what I teach. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you guys how to be strong now. Some people on our team, we know how strong that I can be, and we know that that's what we teach. All right, so I'm going to share with you guys some of that stuff. All right, weak posture. All right, here's what posture is. It's your perception. It's how other people perceive you. All right, so your strength in posture is determined by the weakness that they sense in you, or the strength that they sense in you. Meaning, if you're going up to people, chasing them, and begging them to get in your business, you have very weak posture. Because no one wants to get on board a sinking ship. How many people would agree? People want to be involved with something that's moving with or without them. There's two major motivators in life: anticipation of gain and fear of loss. You know which one's stronger? Fear of loss. All right? Because it's just human nature. So instead of trying to fight human nature, they don't just say roll with it. Roll with it. Just roll with it. All right? Let me teach you guys some stuff about, some ways on how to strengthen your posture. Number one, use takeaways. All right? You want to tell people things like, hey, look, this probably isn't for you. All right? Know this. Whoever cares the least is in control. You never want to beg or sound needy in this business. All right? You want to use things, all right, and I'm going to give you guys some really good philosophies, but with every exposure, with every contact with every person, you want to seek to increase your posture. All right? So with every single time that you talk to a person, you want them to feel that you're stronger and stronger each time. You don't ever want to slip into neediness mode. All right? You want to have an attitude of SW, SW, SWN. You see it in your notes. It stands for some will, some won't, so what, next. Repeat after me. Some will, some won't, so what, next.
Yes.
You want to have that attitude. Tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, because I got to go. I don't have time for games. I'm moving, I'm shaking. With or without you, I'm getting it done. Do you want some? That's the attitude. Now here's the thing. When they sense that you're willing to walk away from them, now all of a sudden they're chasing you, because guess what? Whoever cares least is in control. Everything you chase will run away. And everything you run away from will chase you. Women know that. That's why they've been playing hard to get forever, right? Ladies, where am I at? Where are my ladies at? Y'all know about that, right? All the guys, wait, that sort of makes sense. That's what they've been doing to us for years, right? Saying playing hard to get. So no, hold on. Let it ring a couple times. Okay? Don't call them back the same day. Hold on. You know? That's probably, women have got the best posture in the world.
You know.
All right? They've been doing it since they recognize boys like them. All right? So here's some mindsets. Here's some ways that you can increase your posture. All right? In your notes, in every single encounter with every person, always say this. Anytime, in any conversation, no prospect ever gets off a conversation without hearing these words from me. I can't promise you anything. Why? Because you can go out there, and even if you're starting to lose a little bit of posture, and you sound like, edifying another person, telling, oh man, you'd be so great at this, you'd be so great at this. Well, you know what? Man, you really got to take a look at this. All right? Well, that's weak posture, because you're edifying them, you're telling them why they'd be so great for this opportunity. You need to make this opportunity sound so great and so good that you don't even know if they qualify. Because when you say I can't promise you anything, what it does is it tells them, hey, listen, you may or may not even qualify. I may or may not even be able to get you involved. Your posture weakens if they think you're the only decision maker. So a lot of times it's real easy when we're talking to our family and our friends. Think about this. Just think about reality. All right, what's like a really good company to work for around here? I don't know this town. Like what's like GlaxoSmithKline or something that's a real big, everyone knows.
They're laying off 6,000 people.
Okay, well they used to be. There's
SAS.
There
you go.
Okay, there you go. SAS Corporation in Raleigh. Yeah, I've heard of that. Matter of fact, they were one of the top 10 companies or something at one point. I remember that. All right. Yeah, they've got our benefit. Absolutely.
All right.
But think about this. If you work for SAS and you were making $200,000 a year, would you pick up the phone and start chasing all your friends? Man, you got to work for SAS. I'm making all this money. Man, this is great benefit. Would you do that?
No.
No. If you happen to be working with that company, great benefits, great income, wonderful hours, great management, the whole perfect dream job, you would not be begging people to get involved. You'd be saying, hey, listen, I'm so lucky. I can't believe they even hired me. The only way I got in is because I happened to know someone that already worked there, and I had the inside hookup. And what happened was somebody actually put me onto this company, man, and they are blowing up. I can't believe how amazing this thing is. You know, all of a sudden their interest starts to peak. And then what you get a chance to say is say, listen, man, look, I can't promise you anything. But look, if you're looking for a way to make some pretty serious money, I might be able to introduce you to the guy that introduced me. He's the one with the hookup. Now, how many people would agree that approach sounds pretty legit? Now, let me tell you what doesn't sound legit. You just hooked up with this company. You're getting a $200,000 a year salary, and you call up your friend and say, look, I just hooked up with this company yesterday. Man, you got to get in. It's so awesome. Do you want to start? I can hire you. You can work tomorrow. How many would agree that sounds shady?
Yeah.
If the company's that great, you can't just get them in just because, and you're starting. Oh, and you're working part-time with them too? How many people are part-time hired? No, you're part-time. So stop trying to be the deal. That's what messed me up. I thought, man, I was like, well, hey, you know, I was like, I was in college. I was really good at, I actually was a pretty decent networker because what I did was I put together intramural sports. Like I would be like, oh man, softball season's coming on. So I'd go like table to table and I'd start getting guys, you know, say, man, hey look, I'm making a softball team. It's going to be the best ever. You have any experience? You played in high school? But great. So I was great at doing it. So I thought like, I'm great at putting together intramural sports teams. So, oh man, I could just tell people, I'll just get all, man, no. That was not how, so I did everything. So people were like, yeah, well, you know, Cesar, so you're working part-time with this New York Stock Exchange company, and you have the ability to just hire me on board? Because I was chasing, I had no posture. What turned my business around is when I stopped acting like it to get people in, I just said, look, oh, I just lucked out. Mr. Gregory is the guy you got to talk to. Listen, man. On the down low, I'll put in a good word for you. But before I do, you're going to want to check out some information. That way you don't sound dumb when you talk to them. So let me tell you what you need to do and what you need to look at. Now all of a sudden they're like, oh man, thanks Cesar. Dude, you've always been the best. I appreciate the inside hookup.
That's good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Well, you guys agree that's a lot better approach?
Yes, it's not bad.
See, begin with the end in mind. The goal is not to get them to review information. The goal is to get them to that third-party expert. Now, before they talk to that expert, they're going to need to obviously go over some information, like your little sizzle call. Maybe send them to a website, maybe have them review some information like a DVD. Then that way, they're doing that for themselves, so they better sound educated. Does that make sense? How many people would agree that's a lot better than trying to cram information down someone's throat? All right, let the information be the natural transition of the exposure. All right, so you want to use things like I can't promise you anything. Every conversation, I'm talking, and the minute I say I can't promise them anything, it tells them that I'm not the end-all be-all. I'm not the final decision maker. And the beautiful thing about that is now they know that they're still on audition. All right, now, here's another tip in increasing posture. Be busier than everybody else. Why? Because people associate being busy with being important and making money. See, I remember those people that, and you know who I learned this from? I learned this from some real estate agents. Because I recognized a couple years ago, all right, that I would talk to some realtors, and they'd be like, oh man, I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. They were always like, I just thought they were making, and I remember one time, because I chased this person down before I knew about posture and all that stuff, and I remember I was talking to this person, and I was like doing the standard, you know, amateurish type stuff. I was like, man, look, you know, I know you're like a real successful real estate agent, and man, you really be great at this, and I was just doing it all wrong. You know what I do? I tell people now that I don't even know if they qualify. Let me see what I can do for you. Look, this company, I mean, I don't even know. So they feel like, man, you know, I hope I'm good enough for it versus the other way around. Never build people up too much, all right? Because then all of a sudden they go, well, you know, yeah, you're right, I am a real successful person. Well, maybe I'll get to it when I have a chance. You know how it is, I'm busy. So you know what I found out? I said, I'm never going to let anyone be busier than me again in my life. Because I chased this realtor down forever. And they were always like, man, I'm running from this closing and doing this. I thought they were like making $1 million a year. I finally got down and sat with them. They were too broke to get the membership.
Wow.
But they psyched me out. I thought they were making all this money because they were busy. They were. They were BBB. Busy being broke. All right? Don't get fooled. Those people that you know that are busy, they're probably BBB too. Busy being broke. Listen, I don't think busy is something that, is brag worthy, because you know what? Hey, look, I'd rather not be busy and make money. If you could be busy and make money, or you could not be busy, hang out at the beach, legs kicked up, looking like a Corona commercial and be making money, would you rather take the latter? How many people by show of hands?
Yeah.